In this video, I'm going to try my best to make you a great Hunt Showdown player with this beginner guide. Bear in mind, this guide is directed towards new players who haven't played the game before, but I will throw in some cool facts, so perhaps current players may learn something new. A lot of what I'm going to share is also in the in-game tutorial, so if you're more of a hands-on learner, I suggest going there. However, the advanced tutorial is mainly just reading, so I'm going to structure this video in a follow-along manner, so feel free to load up the advanced tutorial when we get there and follow along with me so you don't have to do any reading, or of course, just sit back and watch. Before we enter the tutorial, I will first explain some things the game doesn't tell you. At the time of this recording, the UI update hasn't shipped, so I will be using the old UI, but from what I've seen, the new UI isn't too complicated. To begin, the game has two currencies, Hunt Dollars and Blood Bonds. Hunt Dollars is the game's fake currency you earn through playing the game. Think of it like getting gold in Clash of Clans to buy upgrades or caps in Fallout. It is used to buy hunters, weapons, gear, etc., and it cannot be purchased with real-world currency. This is basically what we fight for every game. Blood Bonds, on the other hand, is a fake e-currency similar to gems in Clash of Clans or V-Bucks in Fortnite. It is used to buy redundant things such as skins or battle passes. There is no locked content behind a paywall besides the game itself. The first thing you want to do is recruit a hunter. When you have less than 20,000 Hunt Dollars, you can recruit a Tier 1 hunter for free. However, since I have more than that amount, I only receive Tier 2s and 3s. The big difference being the amount of traits they have and having more expensive loadouts, while of course also looking a bit cooler. There are also legendary hunters in the game. These are basically just skins. You can buy some with Blood Bonds or from buying DLC with real-world currency. Legendary hunters all cost 100 Hunt Dollars and come with 3 random traits totaling 11 trait points or more. If you receive traits that total less than 11 trait points, it will give you the remaining trait points to spend yourself. You can refund traits for 1 less trait point than they cost. For example, a 5-point trait refunded will give back 4 trait points. This can allow you to get more favorable, but cheaper perks than the ones given at random. Single trait points always give back 1 point. You can also respec your health bars for a better bar composition. This is a redundant mechanic that I don't know when it will be changed, but 4 small bars is the best setup. The reason is when you die, you lose 1 bar. If the bars are small, then you get more revives than having 2 big ones. You used to not be able to do this for free, and it was a pay-to-win Blood Bond mechanic that they decided to make free to remove pay-to-win features from their game. Once you have your hunter, equip them with some weapons, tools, and consumables. Since you're a beginner, don't worry about what's best to use, just throw in what you think looks cool. As for tools, you should have 1 melee tool and a medkit, at the very least. This is a staple setup as you need the tool to silently kill zombies and medkits so you can obviously heal yourself during battle. As for consumables, pick whatever sounds like fun. Staple picks for most people are probably a regeneration shot for infinite healing for a certain amount of time, and a vitality shot for fast healing mid-battle. In-game, you can loot tools and consumables back from dead players with toolboxes. Tools are always given back to you and can't be switched in-game, whereas consumables are given at random. As of right now, you probably don't have everything unlocked because you're a low bloodline level. There's 2 leveling systems in this game, Hunter level and Player level, aka Bloodline level. Bloodline level is where you unlock more items to use. This system used to be more intricate, but they simplified it significantly, so you'll notice they cushioned all the higher levels with Hunt Dollars. So you only need to be level 64 to unlock everything. Once you reach the highest level, that being 100, you would then be on this infinite tier where every 25,000 XP you would be awarded 1,000 Hunt Dollars. You will also have the option to Prestige. Prestiging in this game has no purpose other than unlocking free skins. Levels 1 to 4 and 6 to 9, you can get a random legendary skin should you choose it. At levels 5, 10, 25, 50, and 100, you will unlock exclusive special prestige skins for hitting those milestones. And at every 10 levels starting from 20 to 90, except 50, you can choose to get another random legendary item. And yes, you should always choose the legendary option if presented with it. If it is unavailable for your prestige, the XP boost is the next best thing so you can get through the next prestige quicker. Hunter levels is how XP is mainly awarded in this game. If you successfully make it out of a match, all your XP will go into your Hunter's level. Each level gain gives you 1 trait point, which is used to buy traits, aka perks, to play with in your next game. When your Hunter reaches certain level milestones, you are rewarded some Bloodline XP. The amount increasing the higher you go. At Hunter level 50, the Hunter will be maxed, and all XP you gain will then go straight into your Bloodline. It can be risky to take a level 50 Hunter into a new game to try and earn more XP, so there is a safer option of retiring the Hunter for 10,000 XP. When your Hunter dies during a match, you will lose the Hunter and his traits and all equipment you had, and half of all XP gained that match will go into your Bloodline. Alright, now that we have our hunter with a loadout, let's load into the advanced tutorial. The objective of the game is to find the boss target and kill it to obtain the bounty token, which we can extract and receive a reward of hunt dollars and XP. There is a 45-minute timer on each match, and once the bounty tokens are all extracted, the timer will automatically reduce to 5 minutes. You find the boss target by getting 3 clues, which will reveal the boss's location on the map. You find clues by using dark sight. They are the blue particles. Here in the tutorial, we have a mini example of what you would do in a standard game. The first thing we load into are some crows and a hive. When in a real match, you should try not to scare the crows, as it lets other teams know that you are in this area and they can set up an ambush. However, in the tutorial, there are no teams. The next thing we face is a hive. The hive is a type of special AI. She has a beehive sticking out of her ribcage and can summon a swarm of bees to attack you. The bees require 100 blunt or rending damage to be killed. You can also burn them with a flare. Rending basically means slash damage, the type of damage in the game that causes bleeding and can attack multiple enemies at once. Stab damage does basically nothing to the bees. If you kill the hive, the bees will die automatically. You will also notice she causes poison damage. Poison obscures your vision and makes it so that you cannot heal until the poison wears off. If you have an antidote shot, you will be immune to poison for the entire duration of the antidote shot. When you go up to the clue, you will see there's a center that looks like shattered glass inside. That means the clue hasn't been taken. Now let's take the clue, and you will see it's more of a black hole. If you take a clue and notice it's already been taken, assume players are ahead of you and proceed with caution. When you take the clue, the map will update. In the tutorial, the map is small and isn't a good example, so I'll quickly explain how to read the map so you move more effectively. The map is designed to push players to the boss layer to bring everyone together for PvP. This means that after you taking your first clue, you can make an educated guess, typically between 3 or 4 compounds that will have the boss. Once you take your first clue, it will remove the compounds furthest away from the boss. In this example, you can see the corners are taken away from the top and right side of the map, while at the same time the corner we are in is taken away, but remains lit up. Since it removes the furthest compounds from the boss layer and our compound remains lit up, that means we are already close to the boss, and it's probably towards the center. Here, I'm with my friend who is new, and I asked him where he thinks we should go after I've explained how the map works. Okay, do you know where it is?
Where to go? We should go to, wow, Pelican?
Yep. It might be there, but if it's not, there's 2 clues, so it's the best option.
Why is it pushing us towards the middle? It took from both sides. Because the boss is in the middle.
Yeah, it's in the middle somewhere. So it's probably Pelican, Darren, Fork Fishery, maybe Seven Sisters. Oh, see how the clues, so go into Arcsite, see how the clues on the far right?
Yeah.
They're both to the right, so it's nowhere near the boss layer, which means it's probably just inside the boss layer. So we're gonna go up here and we're gonna find the boss, watch. And here you can see he chooses Pelican Island Prison because that's what makes the most sense. And we end up finding the boss in 1 clue. Yep, see the boss is here. It is also worth noting that sometimes the boss can be across the entire map from you. When this is the case, it is best to take the clue from the closest compound, and if the map RNG permits you, to go to a 2-clue compound and grab the last 2 clues. Every map has 3 compounds that have 2 clues. You can tell if the compound will let you take 2 clues if, after your first clue, the compound isn't on the edge. If it's on the edge, it will more than likely be removed after 1 clue. Here, I will show a couple more examples of me finding the boss in just 1 clue. It's probably Pearl, Ash, Heritage, or Weaving Stone.
Wow.
Pearl.
We spawned on it.
But I followed you, goddammit. Like, you didn't just take me to King Snake, bro? Come on, man.
Good. Why King Snake?
You see how we didn't take that corner at all? It's pushing us towards that corner, but we went away from that corner. Look, it's literally gonna be King Snake. What did I fucking tell you, Drew? Look. See, that's why. That's why it's in the corner. You didn't see the corner. As you walk through the compound, you will notice some barrels. There are 3 types of barrels in the game: yellow, red, and green. Red barrels explode and do lots of damage. Pretty standard barrel for a video game. Yellow barrels are like a hellfire bomb and will instantly burn off 25 HP and set the player on fire. Green barrels release a swarm of bees when broken and have a poison cloud that will stay for a certain time period. Yes, the poison cloud can hurt you. The next area, we have a couple of immolators. These guys are a new player's nightmare. They move fast and attack quickly. You do not want to pierce these guys in any way. If you do, they will explode and deal fire damage similar to a yellow barrel or hellfire bomb. You should use blunt force to take these guys out. They require 200 damage of blunt force to kill one. The knuckle knife takes 4 light attacks to kill them, just don't use the heavy attack. Dusters work fine as well and only require 3 heavy hits. A heavy hit is performed by holding down the attack button, while a light attack is performed by tapping. If you don't have any tool that can kill them, you can butt them with your weapon as long as you aren't running a bayonet. In the next area, we have a dog cage, a meathead, and some standard grunts. Dog and chicken cages are another type of sound trap that can alert hunters of your location. You can take them out by breaking the lantern hanging above the cage. Any throwable that doesn't make a loud noise when thrown or a soundless weapon are best for doing this. Next, we have the meathead. Arguably the real boss of the game, he is very hard to kill and should be avoided if possible. However, if you do kill one, they have a 50% chance to drop a free trait, or even better, a much more rare, burn, or scarce trait. Grunts are the standard easy to kill AI in the game. There are also special grunts, which are just grunts that carry various items like torches, which they can set you on fire with, cleavers, which they can make you bleed with, lanterns, which also set you on fire, but are also dropped when they are killed, medkit grunts, they poison you when they attack you, but drop a medkit when killed, and also minor grunts. If the lamp on their head is on, attacking them in the head will cause a fire. Kill these ones with body shots. Over by the water, we can find 2 more special AIs. An armored, which can absorb lots of damage. Piercing damage works best, so knives and such. They have 300 health, and shotguns, fire, and poison can one-tap them. There's a special variant called the Concertina Armored, which is just an armored covered in concertina wire, which causes you to bleed when you touch them. There's also the water devils in the water, nicknamed Noodles. They are very annoying when trying to cross the water as they do damage fast and cause heavy bleed. However, they have a charge-up period before they attack you. For the final special AI, we have dogs, everyone's most hated. They have 100 HP, so they die in 1 hit, 2 knives. However, they jump at you, dodge backwards or sideways, and cause bleed damage while also spawning in packs, making them the biggest nuisance of all AI. Finally, if we make our way back to the boss layer, there will be a spider boss in here. You can tell what boss you are searching for by the icon in the top left circle. As of right now, there are 4 boss targets and 1 wild target. I will go over how to kill them all effectively in a different video. If the boss is alive and you hold dark sight, you will see the boss icon blinking white. If it blinks red, that means there are players within 40 meters of the boss layer. In our case, it's just a bunch of test dummies. Here we see a barred door. This door is locked at the inside and can be opened by either destroying the door or shooting the bar from behind. The boss's health is displayed in the boss icon once you are inside the boss layer. Once you've killed the boss, you will have to banish it. This takes 3 minutes for boss targets or 1.5 minutes for wild targets. When the banish is complete, you can pick up the bounty token. There are 2 bounty tokens. Holding a token will give you 5 seconds of a special dark sight that will allow you to see an estimate of player positions through walls. It is not 100% accurate, and you can see how the orange blobs kinda dance around. This was the feature put in to prevent camping, allowing you to see where people are so you can try and make a move out of the boss layer. Obviously, other players want the bounty token. It is worth a lot of money and XP. They will try to kill you for it. Don't let them. If you want an in-depth PvP guide, I will have it released the same day of this video so you can watch that one next. Once you have the bounty token, you will have to head to an extraction point. There are 3 in every game, in random locations marked by 2 swords and whatever that is, an arrow perhaps? You may notice these pictures of wagons on the map. These are supply points. They have ammo boxes, medkits, and a toolbox. Supply points can either be a wagon, boat, or train cart. When you extract, you can see your rewards on the endgame screen. So, that is the full gameplay loop, but there are other mechanics and basic strategy I'm going to go over. Firstly, I want to elaborate on health. Hunters have 150 health, small bars are worth 25, big ones are 50. You always want to be full health because certain guns can do 125 or more damage, meaning if you are missing even just a small bar, you will die to 1 tap in the chest. This ties into burning. Burning is very dangerous because if you burn off a health chunk, it can only be restored through banishing the target or buying your bars back after the match. There are also select special traits that can restore them, but as of right now, they can only be found in-game, either on the ground or from meatheads, so you had to be lucky to get them. I also want to mention bleeding. There are 3 levels of bleeding: light bleed, medium bleed, and intense bleed. There are 5 ammo types in the game. Compact ammo, medium ammo, and long ammo are the main bullets in most guns. There's also shotgun ammo and special ammo. Special ammo is either things that aren't bullets like arrows, bolts, and harpoons, or a special type of bullet like the Dolch and nitro ammo. These bullets are harder to restock while in-game as they require a special ammo box, which are a lot more scarce than normal ammo boxes. There are also special ammo types for all the normal bullets in the game. Some are basic like incendiary ammo or dragon's breath, which can set players on fire. Poison ammo poisons enemy hunters. It also does more damage to AI. And there's Dum Dum ammo, which causes bleeding. Compact Dum Dum causes light bleed, and medium Dum Dum causes intense bleed. All these ammo types sacrifice penetration and or some bullet speed for these benefits. I'm not going to go over every ammo type as it would just extend the video further, but there are things like frag arrows on hunting bow, which I know can be confusing to new players as to how someone has so many grenades. Weapons also have different variants. These are just weapon attachments. Hunt Showdown does not use a traditional attachment system. They are just the same gun with an attachment but classified as a different weapon, if that makes sense. You unlock variants and special ammo by earning XP with the gun. You get XP by killing players and AI with the weapon. You only need to get the last shot on bosses and meatheads to get the XP. Players are worth 450, bosses 400, meatheads 200, grunts 10, dogs 20, water devils 20, armors 30, immolators 50, and I think hives are also 30. Don't quote me on those numbers, I don't remember all of them. I know players, bosses, and meatheads are correct however. Weapons have sizes when making loadouts. Small weapons classified by 1 square, medium weapons with 2 squares, and large weapons with 3 squares. You can only have a max of 4 total, 5 with the quartermaster trait. So that could be 2 medium slot guns, or 1 big and 1 small slot gun, or any mix of smaller weapons. And with the quartermaster trait, you can basically bring a big slot and medium slot weapon. Pistols are 1 slot, but running dual wield takes up 2 slots for obvious reasons. There is the option to make preset loadouts. I don't know what this will look like in the new UI, but in the old one, you just equip the loadout and click save to save it to the slot. You can check and uncheck rows to buy them or not when you run the preset. As you can see, I like to use them for JustMatt tools and consumables, and then I pick my guns manually because I like to switch things up most of the time. There's a skill-based matchmaking system in the game. I'll briefly explain how it works. There's a hidden number, which when in a certain number range determines how many stars you have. We call these bullet crosshair things stars, by the way. It's a basic chest-like elo system. If you die to someone higher rank than you, you lose less rank and they gain less rank, and vice versa. If you're of equal rank, it will be about the same. We again cannot see the number, so you just have to make visual guesses. However, you will come to find elo in this game doesn't really tie to skill, but rather playstyle and weapon choice. Not all guns are created equal, so running the stronger guns and playing safer will usually net you a higher ranking. That doesn't mean you're better. Obviously, if I had a few bad games dying all the time and I D-ranked to 3 stars, that doesn't mean I'm equal to the new players who are 3 stars. Might I add, only fresh accounts are 1 and 2 star, and once you hit 3, it's really hard to D-rank back below it. So you may find that you hit 3 stars pretty quick. As for basic combat advice, stop crouching. Lots of people who aren't good at the game resort to crouching and playing scared safe since they don't know what to do. Unfortunately, sitting still and moving slowly doesn't get you any knowledge. It's better to be an idiot with a gun and die trying something than to sit and wait until the timer runs low and you're forced to do something. Each point of interest on the map has a name. The player base calls points of interest compounds. So if you hear people saying compound, we're referring to the location on the map as a whole. There are 3 maps at the moment, 4 in the near future of this video. The map layouts never change, and memorizing the map is a huge part of the game. Knowing where stairs or ladders are so you know where someone is pushing you from is very important. Obviously, that is a lot to learn, so just play the game and learn it as you go and actively try to find these things. There are also a lot of environmental ladders in the game. Environmental ladders are basically ways to get up things using objects that aren't ladders. Basically, if it looks like it can be climbed, it probably can, and it was made like that on purpose. There's no peeker's advantage in this game, and trades can happen. A trade is when you kill each other. Guns have damage drop off, so at range, you basically only want to go for headshots. Since damage can drop off so much that your gun actually takes 4 or 5 hits to kill, whereas 1 headshot will 1-tap when within your weapon's effective range. Shotguns are played weird in this game. Don't aim down sights with them unless you have slugs. It doesn't help and only makes it hard to track enemies that are next to you, and you can't see the crosshairs that show you the pellet spread. You may notice when you see another streamer, YouTuber, or me using a shotgun, we always hit fire unless we have slugs. There are cool traits like fanning and levering, which allow you to spam certain pistols and lever action rifles at the expense of you needing to hit fire it to use it. So, your bullets are RNG. Now finally, I'm just going to go over the best traits to get so when you win games, you know what to take. Of course, you can choose whatever you want, but these are essentially my first picks. Necromancer, because you can revive teammates through walls within 25 meters. Doctor, it doubles the healing of your medkits from 50 to 100. Not much else to say about that, you basically have 6 medkits. Resilience, this makes you revive with full health. Essentially, if the enemy's gun isn't strong enough, you won't get one shot instantly downed right away when you get revived. Pack Mule, it makes it so you loot 2 tools or consumables from dead hunters' toolboxes, beetle trees, or saddlebags. It's basically really good for restocking after fights. After that, you get what you want. Honorable mentions are Bulwark, as it reduces explosive damage by half. Then there's things like Southskin and Bloodless, which reduces the fire damage you take by 25%, and Bloodless makes it so you only ever get light bleeding. I live stream on Twitch, check me out there. That's all I want to cover in this video. You're all set to hunt. If you remembered everything, consider yourself an intermediate player. If you want to learn how to get better at PvP, how to kill all bosses quickly and effectively, or what some of the best loadouts for making money are, you can check out these videos.